Whispers travel fast on the high seas, tales of plundered ships, vanished crews, stories that send shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned sailors. These tales are not just idle gossip, they are warnings, passed from one crew to another, a lifeline in the treacherous waters, all linked to one name, Scarlet Fang, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of those who hear it, a name that has become synonymous with terror and destruction on the open sea.
A pirate captain, they say, with eyes as cold as the ocean depths and a laugh that echoed like a storm breaking. Her presence alone could silence a rowdy tavern, her reputation preceding her like a dark shadow.
Her ship, the Serpent's Kiss, was a fearsome sight, black sails billowing like storm clouds, a harbinger of doom to those who crossed its path. The ship moved with an eerie grace, cutting through the waves as if it were a part of the storm itself. A figurehead of a snarling serpent, jaws agape, ready to strike. The glowing red eyes of the serpent seemed to follow you, a constant reminder of the danger that lurked within. Scarlet Fang wasn't just feared for her ruthlessness. Her cunning and strategic mind made her a formidable adversary. She could outthink and outmaneuver even the most experienced naval commanders. Rumors clung to her like barnacles to a ship's hull, whispers of dark pacts and forbidden knowledge. Some said she had made a deal with the sea itself, trading her soul for power and control over the elements. Stories of unnatural storms that arrived at her command. Storms that could appear out of nowhere, tearing apart ships and leaving no survivors. The sea itself seemed to bend to her will, a terrifying force of nature. Of whispers that could turn the bravest sailor's blood to ice. Whispers that seemed to come from the very depths of the ocean, carrying secrets and curses that no man should hear. Some dismissed these as mere sailors' tales, but none dared tempt fate by challenging her directly. The risk was too great, the consequences too dire. Better to avoid the Serpent's Kiss and its deadly captain. Scarlet Fang sought more than just gold and jewels. Her ambitions were far greater, her desires more dangerous. She craved power, ancient and untamed, whispered to lie hidden on a lost island shrouded in perpetual storms. This island, a place of legend and mystery, was said to hold secrets that could change the course of history. A place where the line between reality and myth blurred, and where the brave or the foolish could find their destiny. And it was this very island that had drawn the attention of two rival treasure-hunting crews, unaware of the danger they were sailing towards. These crews, driven by greed and the promise of untold riches, were on a collision course with fate. The tension was palpable as the crews prepared for battle. Cannons were loaded, weapons sharpened, and eyes scanned the horizon for any sign of the enemy. The air was thick with anticipation and the promise of violence. Orders were barked, and the crews moved with practiced precision. Each man knew his role, each action a part of a deadly dance that could mean the difference between life and death. As the storm clouds gathered and the sea grew rough, the true nature of the island began to reveal itself. This was no ordinary storm. It was a manifestation of the island's power, a test for those who dared to seek its secrets. The clash of the pirate ships was inevitable. Cannon fire echoed across the waves and explosions lit up the dark sky. The battle was fierce, each side fighting with a desperation born of greed and fear. In the midst of the chaos, Scarlet Fang stood like a beacon of fury and determination. Her eyes, cold and calculating, took in every detail of the battle. She was in her element, a force of nature in her own right. The Serpent's Kiss took damage, but its crew fought valiantly to keep it afloat. They were loyal to their captain, willing to follow her into the very jaws of death if need be. The rival pirate captain, equally determined, pushed his crew to their limits. He knew that victory would not come easily, but he was prepared to fight to the bitter end. The storm intensified, waves crashing over the decks of the ships. The island's power was undeniable, a reminder of the peril that awaited those who sought its secrets. In the heart of the storm, Scarlet Fang's eyes seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. Her connection to the island's power was clear, a bond that gave her an edge in the battle. As the battle raged on, one of the pirate ships began to break apart. The crew, realizing their fate, abandoned ship, their cries lost in the roar of the storm. Scarlet Fang stood victorious on the deck of the Serpent's Kiss. The storm began to subside, the island's power recognizing her as its master. She had proven herself worthy, and the secrets of the island were now within her grasp. The island, now calm after the storm, seemed to welcome her. Its secrets, ancient and powerful, were hers to uncover. The journey had been perilous, but the rewards were beyond imagination. The crew of the Serpent's Kiss celebrated their victory, treasure in hand. They had faced the storm and emerged triumphant, their loyalty to Scarlet Fang rewarded with riches and glory. But for Scarlet Fang, the journey was far from over. The treasure map in her hand was just the beginning. There were more secrets to uncover, more power to claim. The sea was vast, and her ambitions knew no bounds. As the Serpent's Kiss sailed into the sunset, the calm sea a stark contrast to the storm they had just faced, one thing was clear: the legend of Scarlet Fang was far from over. Her name would continue to be whispered in fear and awe, a testament to her unyielding spirit and relentless pursuit of power. If you enjoyed this tale of high seas adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Lens of Life Unframed. Your support helps us bring more thrilling stories to life. Thank you for watching. Captain James Sterling, a man of logic and reason, gripped the ship's wheel of the Seahawk. His eyes scanned the horizon, searching for any sign of their elusive target. The storm raged around him, but his focus remained unshaken. The Seahawk was his pride, a vessel built for endurance and speed, and he knew every creak and groan of its timbers. His rival, the fiery Isabella Cortez, captained the nimble dancing siren. She was a force of nature, her spirit as untamed as the seas she sailed. Isabella's crew revered her, following her commands with unwavering loyalty. The dancing siren cut through the waves with grace, a testament to her skill and determination. Both had caught wind of a map, a route to the fabled Isle of Whispers, believed to hold unimaginable treasures. The map was ancient, its edges frayed and its ink faded, but its promise was clear. The Isle of Whispers was a legend among sailors, a place where fortunes could be made or lost in the blink of an eye. Their paths crossed near the rumored location of the island, a tense standoff under a sky heavy with storm clouds. The air crackled with anticipation, each captain aware that the next move could determine their fate. The Seahawk and the dancing siren faced each other, their crews ready for whatever came next. Suddenly, a chilling laugh cut through the air, a sound that seemed to slither across the waves. It was a laugh that spoke of danger and deceit, sending shivers down the spines of even the most hardened sailors. The source of the laughter was hidden, but its presence was unmistakable. From the mist, a ship emerged, black sails unfurling like the wings of a predatory bird. The ship moved with an eerie grace, its dark silhouette a stark contrast against the stormy backdrop. It was a vessel that inspired fear, its reputation known far and wide. The Serpent's Kiss had arrived. Its captain, the infamous Blackheart, was a figure of legend and terror. Blackheart's crew was a motley collection of the most ruthless pirates to ever sail the seas, and their arrival signaled a new level of danger.
Make sail! The command was given with urgency, the crew springing into action. Sails were hoisted, ropes secured, and the ship began to move with purpose. Every sailor knew their role, and they performed it with precision.
He roared, the Seahawk heeling over as they changed course. The ship responded to his command, its timbers groaning as it cut through the waves. The storm was relentless, but the Seahawk was built for such challenges. Isabella, never one to back down, hesitated, her gaze fixed on the approaching Serpent's Kiss. Her mind raced with possibilities, each one more dangerous than the last. She knew that this encounter could change everything. This delay would prove costly. The chase had begun. The Seahawk surged forward, its sails catching the wind as it pursued the Serpent's Kiss. The dancing siren followed, its crew ready for the battle ahead. The storm raged on, but the captain's focus was unyielding. Captain Sterling's face was a mask of determination, his eyes never leaving the Serpent's Kiss. He knew that this chase was more than just a pursuit of treasure. It was a test of wills, a battle of wits and courage. His crew worked in unison, each member playing their part in the intricate dance of sailing. They trusted their captain, and he trusted them, knowing that their combined efforts would be the key to success. The storm intensified, lightning flashing across the sky and thunder rumbling in the distance. The sea was a churning mass of waves, each one threatening to engulf the ships. But the captains pressed on, undeterred by the fury of the elements. Isabella barked orders to her crew, her voice cutting through the chaos. She was a leader born of the sea, her instincts honed by years of navigating its treacherous waters. Her crew responded with the same fervor, their loyalty to her unwavering. The ships maneuvered through the storm, each captain employing tactics to gain the upper hand. It was a deadly game of cat and mouse, with the stakes higher than ever before. Every decision, every movement could mean the difference between victory and defeat. The map was their guide, its cryptic symbols and markings leading them ever closer to the Isle of Whispers. Both captains knew that the treasure it promised could change their fortunes forever, but only if they could outsmart their rivals. A shadowy figure watched from the deck of the Serpent's Kiss, its intentions unclear. The figure's presence added an element of mystery to the already tense situation, leaving both captains to wonder what new threat they might face. The distance between the ships closed, the tension mounting with each passing moment. The Seahawk and the Dancing Siren were now within striking distance of the Serpent's Kiss, their crews ready for whatever came next. Captain Sterling's grip on the wheel tightened, his resolve unshakable. He knew that this was a moment of destiny, a chance to prove himself and secure his place in history. The storm, the rivalries, the treasure, all of it led to this. Isabella's eyes burned with determination, her mind set on the prize. She was a captain who thrived on challenges, and this was the greatest one yet. The Serpent's Kiss was within her grasp, and she would not let it slip away. The ships were now in close quarters, the confrontation inevitable. The Seahawk and the Dancing Siren flanked the Serpent's Kiss, their crews ready for the clash. The storm raged on, but the true battle was about to begin. The music swelled, the tension reaching its peak. This was the moment of truth, the culmination of their efforts and ambitions. The captains and their crews braced themselves for the final showdown, each one determined to emerge victorious. The ships collided, the impact sending shockwaves through the water. The Seahawk and the Dancing Siren pressed their advantage, their crews fighting with everything they had. The Serpent's Kiss was formidable, but the captain's resolve was stronger. Amidst the chaos, the promise of treasure glinted in the minds of the captains. The Isle of Whispers was within reach, its secrets waiting to be uncovered. But first, they had to survive the storm and the battle that raged around them. The storm continued to rage, the ships locked in a deadly dance. The outcome was uncertain, but one thing was clear. This encounter would be remembered for generations to come. The chase was far from over, and the true adventure had only just begun.